Another topic I'd like to bring up is days on market, which I think as we see a little nervousness in the market, we're going to see days on market probably increase. Now, days on market come down to a couple of factors. Obviously, when you do an auction, you've got like a 30-day campaign, or we're doing 3 weeks at this stage because it seems to be enough time, obviously, to get the buyers through. But that's why the auction is great, because at the end of the day, 30 days, you have your auction date, it has to be an unconditional contract, and more than likely, if the property sells, it's a done deal. However, with private treaty, obviously the property goes up, may have a price on it, maybe overpriced, which usually every seller wants more than what the market wants, obviously, when we go to market. And that's where the days start to expand out, because they're chasing that price. They haven't had any feedback yet. So they start high, and already some of the buyers are going, not even going to bother looking at it, because they're looking at the price rather than the property. The whole point of this market is to get everyone to fall in love with your property. By taking the price away and letting them fall in love first, rather than giving them the bad news at the start with the price. So in days on market, it really is important to ensure that you're constantly, and your agent is constantly making changes if it is blowing out. I mean, everyone's chasing the unicorn. I call it the unicorn buyer, where we just say this perfect person's going to come along, they're going to pay exactly what I want, they're going to pay straight away, and we're going to have no hassles. We call them the unicorn buyers. We used to have a lot of them. They're not around as much anymore. So it's very important to understand that if your property stays on the market, the price starts to go down as well, because buyers, they walk into a property and go, hey, how long's it been on the market for? As soon as you tell them it's been more than 30 days, usually, they start to go, well, there must be something wrong with it, must be overpriced, must be something that the other buyers don't want, and then they start pulling back as well before you've even got them. So it's very important that you're always changing, whether you're changing the ad up, making it fresh again, dropping your price, because usually if a property's not selling, it's usually price. Sometimes it can be the agent, but there's some good agents out there. But at the same time, it's definitely an important factor when you're going to market, because if you start too high, you'll probably end up having to sell it lower than if you'd price it at the market correctly at the start. Then you'd have the interest, you'd build the competition, you'd probably get more than what you thought. Anyway, that's just another tip I think you should keep an eye on when going to market.